And obviously, I got to give a special shout out to Denny. Nobody in the sport works harder or expects more of themselves. Year after year, he raises the bar and pushes his competitors to be better. He holds himself to a true championship standard, and I think everyone in this room has a ton of respect for that.
What if I told you a NASCAR driver could show up on championship weekend with the best car, the best speed, the best stats, the best preparation, and the clearest path he's ever had to a title, and still walk away without the trophy? Because that's exactly the story that played out for Denny Hamlin at Phoenix Raceway, a night that seemed destined to finally give him the one achievement he's been chasing for nearly 20 years, instead delivered one of the most gut-wrenching championship losses in modern NASCAR history. Hamlin entered the weekend carrying more weight than most fans realized. He's a veteran with more than 60 career victories, a driver widely respected, consistently competitive, and almost certainly headed to the Hall of Fame. But the missing championship has followed him like a shadow. Year after year, he's come close, only to fall short. Add in the personal challenges he's been dealing with, the legal battles surrounding 23XI Racing, the responsibility of being both a driver and a team co-owner, and the simple reality that time does not slow down for anyone. Phoenix felt like a moment he absolutely had to capitalize on, and for most of the night, it looked like he would. Right from the start, Hamlin was in command. He won the pole, stormed out front, and led more laps than anyone else, more than 140 of the 312 laps. His car was dialed in beautifully. His speed charts were consistently among the best. Even early clutch pedal issues didn't slow him down. Chris Gale and the 11 team had brought a setup so well prepared that Hamlin could attack every corner with confidence. As the laps wound down, his advantage only grew. He beat William Byron on long runs. He outran Ryan Blaney, who is normally at his strongest at Phoenix. Lap after lap, Hamlin looked like a champion, and waiting fans in the stands could feel it. Viewers at home could feel it. Even the other Championship 4 teams knew that unless something dramatic happened, Hamlin was about to close the door on one of the most persistent narratives in NASCAR. And then, in a split second, everything unraveled. With 4 laps to go, William Byron, who had been running second with one of the better cars all night, suffered a right front tire failure and pounded the wall. The caution lights came on, and Hamlin's enormous lead evaporated instantly. What had been a comfortable cruise to the finish turned into a high-pressure chess match on pit road that would define the entire season. Hamlin's team faced a decision no crew chief wants to make under championship pressure. Take 2 tires and protect track position, or take 4 fresh tires for maximum grip. 4 tires is the safe move on paper. Better control, more grip, more stability. But Phoenix is all about clean air, and with only a handful of laps left, track position becomes everything. As 2 nights earlier, a similar scenario in the Truck Series ended with a late race hero making a charge on fresh tires. But the Cup Series isn't the Truck Series. The cars behave differently. The tires wear differently. The competition is tighter. Every decision is magnified. Hamlin's team chose 4 tires. Kyle Larson's team chose 2. And that's where the race flipped. Larson had not been the dominant force Hamlin was. In fact, he hadn't won a single race in the final 10 playoff events heading into Phoenix, but his overall season numbers were elite. Multiple wins, the most top 10s in the series, one of the best average finishes, and the second most laps led under the old points system that NASCAR used for decades. Larson actually would have won the championship before the Phoenix race even started. But in today's one-race winner-take-all format, none of that mattered. All that mattered was who crossed the line first among the championship 4. Larson returned to the track ahead of Hamlin thanks to the 2-tire stop. The field lined up for a 2-lap shootout. And then came the moment that will be replayed for years. On the restart, Larson launched perfectly. He rolled the outside lane through turns 1 and 2, climbed the banking just enough to find momentum, and squeezed through a gap that barely existed. It was fearless, calculated, and unmistakably Larson. Behind him, Hamlin tried to make use of his 4 fresh tires, but traffic boxed him. In 2 laps simply weren't enough to overcome the loss of track position. Larson crossed the line as the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Ryan Blaney ended up winning the race itself, and Hamlin, after dominating nearly every meaningful metric, was left empty-handed yet again. Once the race ended, Hamlin parked his car and stayed inside it for several moments, silent, motionless, processing everything that had just happened. When he finally climbed out, he hugged his partner, his crew chief, and his team members. Joe Gibbs walked over, but sometimes there just aren't any words that can make a moment like that hurt less. In the press conference, Hamlin put it bluntly, "You can do everything right. You can bring the fastest car. You can execute cleanly. And sometimes it still doesn't matter. NASCAR can be absolutely brutal like that." This wasn't just another tough loss, it was a devastating reminder of how thin the margins are in modern NASCAR, and it instantly earned its place alongside some of the sport's most painful championship near misses. It echoed Carl Edwards in 2016, when a late restart destroyed his best shot at a title. It echoed Mark Martin's string of runner-up finishes without ever getting the championship he deserved. It echoed seasons where Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt had the best numbers but watched the trophy slip away. Hamlin's defeat became the newest chapter in NASCAR's long history of heartbreak. But to fully understand the magnitude of this loss, you have to look at everything surrounding it. Hamlin is not just a driver, he's also the co-owner of 23XI Racing, a rapidly growing organization he launched with Michael Jordan. That alone brings a mountain of responsibility, developing young drivers, managing resources, expanding the team, and navigating the politics of the sport. Add in the lawsuit over the NASCAR charter system, multiple legal proceedings he's had to participate in, and the non-stop pressure of performing at an elite level. And it's no surprise this championship opportunity carried more emotional weight than usual. At the same time, Larson's championship deserves recognition. While he wasn't the fastest car on the final night, his season-long consistency, his restart execution, and his ability to deliver when the moment demanded it all validated his title run. This second championship puts him in rare company with the likes of Kyle Busch and Joey Logano as the only active multi-time champs. And considering Larson is only in his early 30s, the ceiling is still incredibly high. The finish at Phoenix also reignited the debate around NASCAR's playoff format. Some fans argue that the best driver over 36 races should be champion. Others love the unpredictability and drama of a one-race showdown. Phoenix delivered exactly what the system is designed to create: chaos, emotion, controversy, and a storyline fans can't stop talking about. TV ratings spiked. Social media exploded. Analysts debated strategy decisions long into the night. It was everything NASCAR wants from a finale, even if it wasn't the ending Hamlin fans hoped for. As for Hamlin's future, the clock is ticking. He is still competitive, still capable of winning, and still passionate about chasing that championship. But the older a driver gets, the more every missed opportunity stings. He has another year on his contract, and the equipment at Joe Gibbs Racing remains strong. The question is whether he can keep the window open long enough to finally capture the one crown that has eluded him. Phoenix will linger. It will become a defining moment in Hamlin's story, but not the end of it. The passion, the heartbreak, the determination, and the pursuit continue. NASCAR is unpredictable. Redemption is always on the table. And until the day he walks away, Hamlin will keep fighting for the championship that has slipped through his fingers far too many times. What did you think of the Phoenix finale? Was it heartbreaking, thrilling, infuriating? Let me know, because this one is going to be debated for a long, long time.